Hey guys, it's Melissa. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about getting in alignment with Source, being in the vortex, and seeing your wishes and dreams become reality. This has become a common theme for me right now, and it's because I believe there are so many people out there who are really trying to reach their dreams and goals, and they're just really not sure how to do it yet. And I think so many people need encouragement because it's so easy to quit and to give up and to think about failure. But if you're in alignment with Source, you know that failure is not an option. And I don't want anyone giving up on their dreams or giving up on themselves just because they think it's too difficult or they're just not sure how to get there. So those of you who aren't familiar with the term the vortex, it's essentially a term that was used by two people who channel a tribe, and a member of this tribe, Abraham, and who gives a lot of wisdom. And their names are Esther and Jerry Hicks. And you've heard me talk about them before. I've just really started listening to some of the YouTube videos that are out there. And I've just become fascinated by it. And I think it is such good information. And that's why I want to share it with you. And as many of you know, I took the spiritual boot camp with Julia Treat. And I'm currently in a class with her now. And she talks about the vortex all of the time. In fact, she has a meditation to get into the vortex. So I thought that what I would do is, first of all, just talk about what it is and how we get ourselves aligned. And then at the very end, I will do a guided meditation for you on how to get aligned again, how to get back in the vortex. So basically, the vortex is just a term for the alignment to source energy or God or the universe, whatever it is that you choose to call your higher power. It's being in alignment with that higher power. Now, many of you know that we were created from the divine. You know, we were created, man was created in God's image, however you were taught that. But what we often forget is that because we were created in his image, that means that we are one with the divine. And in essence, we are the divine. Because we are unlimited in our power, we can create anything with our minds if we get aligned with Source, with God, with the higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And what that means is that we are one with who we really are. We're feeling amazing, and we're in vibrational alignment to what it is that we want. And I've talked about this before, but when you are hoping to manifest, you have to be in the right vibration. You have to be vibrating at a really high level, at a high energy frequency, in order to see your manifestations occur. And most of us go through the day and we let what happens to us during the day knock us back down. You know, we end up in this low vibrational energy state because we saw things that we didn't like, or people said things to us that we didn't like, and everything that happens to us during the day depletes a little bit more of our energy. And that's why Reiki is such a great thing, because that actually restores your energy. But just going through a normal day can deplete your energy so much. So it's really, really important that you stay in alignment. And in order to do that, you have to be super focused on the here and the now and what you're consciously thinking about. So I want to just give you a quick little explanation of what Abraham defined as the vortex, and this was from 2009. A vortex is a vibrational state of being that is the precursor of all positive motion forward of all that is. It's like encapsulated, condensed, straight-up source. It's pure positive energy. It's the holding tank. It's the anchor. It's the touchstone. It's the place where all dreams and wishes and hopes are held until we find vibrational alignment with them. It's the eternal pool of well-being to which each of us have added mightily along the path of our physical existence. So this vortex is the place where all of the things we are wishing to co-create with the universe are stored until we are vibrationally ready to receive them. And when we talk about things happening in divine timing, A lot of that has to do with our own divine timing. We're not ready ourselves for the things that we're wishing to manifest because we're not in the right vibrational state of mind. We don't have the right energy in order to be able to see those things come to fruition. So when you feel really, really good about yourself, you're in the vortex. You're aligned with source. And when you feel really, really crappy, you're out of it. And I've talked about being in the flow of life. When things feel like they're sailing along smoothly and everything's happening easily, you're in the vortex, you're in the flow. And when it's not, when everything starts to feel like an uphill battle, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my words today. When you're having trouble and it seems like everything is an uphill battle, you're out of it. You're out of the vortex and you're out of the flow. So this is where we want to get ourselves back in that flow so that we can be aligned with source so that we can start seeing the things that we're wishing to manifest. And just more importantly, don't you just want to feel good? I don't know about you, but I just want to feel good. And I know that when I'm not in the vortex, when I'm not in alignment, I don't feel good. And I don't like that feeling. So it's important that we learn how to get ourselves back in alignment, back in that vortex so that we can feel good again. Because we all want to feel good. And let's be honest, we're all going to feel crappy from time to time. Life is set up in such a way that we experience things that are supposed to make us feel that way. Because the true test is, do we stay in that state or do we get back into the vortex? Do we get back into alignment? Because it can be super, super difficult to do. Let me give you an example. We just got a new puppy. And on Sunday, I had spent the whole week, my week off spring break from school, helping to potty train the puppy and at home with her. And she's a doll and adorable and sweetest thing, but she's a puppy, so she chews everything. So I spent my whole week trying to get her to stop chewing things. And in one day, she chewed through not one, but 2 phone chargers, which was so annoying to me. And when she chewed through the second one, I turned my head for a second and she wasn't even near it. And then she came up and then just bit it in half. And that was a breaking point for me. I had it. I had to go back to school the next day and I had spent this whole week dealing with this and I had just had it. So I lost it a little bit. I got super mad at this dog who didn't do anything wrong. She's just doing what dogs do, right? They're puppies, they're teething, and they have to chew on things. So I got so mad, and I could feel myself getting more and more mad to the point of exploding over this stupid little phone charger, right? But I was just, it's like everything had just, how it is, the weight of the world just lands on your shoulders. That's what happened. And I just snapped. It was like, okay, I've had it. So I stormed out of the house and I was like, I need to go to Walmart now to go get a new phone charger. Really didn't want to have to go there at this point in time on a Sunday evening. So driving the whole way there, I was just getting madder. And then when I got there, it just hit me. Why are you acting this way? This is stupid. She's a puppy. She didn't know any better. Is this going to affect you 5 years from now? No, it's not a big deal. You're letting this rob you of your energy, rob you of your joy. You're not living in a happy state, in a blissful state. And all because of what? It was stupid. But that's the way I always reacted to things before. I would let things knock me off balance and throw me out of whack and just get my emotions all everywhere, just exploding in emotion over stupid things. Because that's the way, when I grew up, that's what I saw. And so that was how I reacted to things. And it took me a little bit longer, I am ashamed to say that it should have, for me to realize this. But as soon as I did, it was like, oh my gosh, and I had to do the whole rewind, delete, rewind all my previous thoughts. And I'm not going to let this bother me. and I'm not going to be in this miserable state. So I went to the puppy aisle and got her like the biggest thing I could find for her to chew on and to teeth on, and went home, and then she was so excited to see me and happy to have the toy, and everything changed. But it was for that amount of time that I was out of the vortex. And the thing is, when you're out of it, you can't manifest the things you want to see. But not only that, the more important thing is you're miserable. It's not fun to be angry and upset and unhappy or depressed, whatever you're feeling. So it's important that we stay in that vortex because it's important to feel good. We want to be happy. And that's our natural state. We're supposed to be happy. Our natural state is not supposed to be angry, depressed, frustrated. That's not our natural state. But we've forgotten that. We've forgotten that because when we're in our, when we're in heaven, whatever you want to call it, on the other side, we don't have this denseness. We don't have all of the things that we have to deal with here. We're just always happy. And it's here that we have to learn how to get back to that state. And it's so difficult to do sometimes, but it's important. And the thing is that the vortex is always attainable. And it's attainable in just 5 minutes. In just 5 minutes, you can put yourself right back in that state. You can do what I did, which is to get yourself out of that negative headspace and go right back into the positive one. And when we get better and better at distinguishing what emotions are feeling good to us and what don't, we can get into that vortex even faster. In fact, we can make it harder and harder for people to even knock us out of the vortex because we just don't let things bother us. And it's not saying that we don't care. That's not what it is. It's not holding an emotional attachment to things that aren't important. If it's not going to matter in 5 years from now, it's not going to matter. Even not holding an emotional attachment to something that you might think matters, because in the end, everything's going to work out the way it should. What is meant for you is not going to pass you by. And knowing that, and knowing that everything is always working out for you, that everything is working out perfectly, that makes things so much easier. And that is what helps keep you in that positive state, because when you know that and you truly know it and feel it in your soul, nothing's going to shake you. At the very least, it's going to get harder and harder for things to shake you. But we're human. We are human, and we're gonna fall sometimes. We're gonna get knocked out of that vortex sometimes. It just happens. So when it does, it is so important for you to try to get back there, get back to that vortex as quickly as you can. And when I say that, I'm telling you to get back in alignment with Source. Whatever that is to you, if you want to call it God, if you want to call it Source, you want to call it the universe, whatever it is, it's the same thing. You have to get back in alignment with that. So I'm going to do a little meditation with you. And this meditation is to get you back into the vortex. It's quick. It's not going to take that long. And in this meditation, it's just to help you get back into alignment with Source, to get rid of the negative emotions that are plaguing you, whatever it is you've seen, heard, whatever's knocked you out of the vortex. We're going to cleanse you of that and get you right back in. So if you're driving, you can still listen to this and you can still do this. I still believe it's effective. But if you're somewhere where you can get comfortable, I want you to get comfortable. So if you need to pause this and come back, please do. And if you're ready, I want you to be in a comfortable position, either sitting up or lying down. It doesn't matter. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep, cleansing breath in. And as you exhale, let go of any worries, any stress, any problems. Just let it go. And I want you to take in another nice, deep, cleansing breath. Let go of any worries, any stress, any problems. Let it go. And I want you to imagine that there is a golden vortex. It's cone-shaped, right above your head. This cone-shaped vortex is spinning in bright golden colors, and you might even see sparkles within it. This is the vortex that aligns you with Source. This vortex is now moving down over your entire body. It's not just moving down over your head, it's surrounding your entire body. And as it moves down through your entire body, you are being protected, and your energy is being raised. Anything that you saw, that someone said to you, anything that happened to you at all during the day that made you feel unhappy, angry, sad, any other emotion that doesn't feel good, this vortex is now wiping that clean. Those low vibrational energies are now gone. Your energy in this vortex is vibrating so high. And you feel so good and so at peace. It's almost as if you have a bubble around you that nothing can get in and nothing can get out. We're not allowing those low vibrational things to enter that vortex. And as you look outside that vortex, you may see things that bother you, things going on in the world that you just don't like. But you don't have to worry about that because you're safe in that vortex. This is a place for you of love, of peace, of harmony. You're in pure alignment with the divine. Totally aligned to Source right now. I just want you to feel how peaceful that feels. And to know how deeply loved you are. And that at any point during your day, you feel as though you are out of alignment, you can come right back to this vortex. It only takes a few minutes to get yourself back here. And every time you come back to this vortex, this magical vortex, all of your problems, all of your worries just disappear. They're replaced with peace, with love, and you return to this feeling of happiness, of joy. Take in another nice, deep, cleansing breath. And continue feeling peace. You still see that vortex of light, golden colors and sparkles all around you, protecting you. It moves all the way down to the ground and into Mother Earth. You are a channel of love and light. Now you can stay in this vortex as long as you need to. And you can come back to this vortex anytime you need to. Whenever you feel that you've had enough time and you're fully aligned and you're feeling peaceful once more, feeling joy once more, you can wiggle your fingers and toes and start coming back. and you can fully wake up. You can do this every day if you want. In fact, I would imagine this vortex around you every day. But especially when you feel like you've been thrown off course, just go right back to this place. You can do it anytime. I wanted to pull a card for you before I let you guys go. And the card that I pulled for you, this is from the card deck, The Teachings of Abraham. And it says, I inhibit no one. We each create our own reality. As you find vibrational harmony with your desires, you are never inhibiting or preventing anyone else from living what they are creating. But you are controlling and creating your own reality. We're not stopping anyone else by reaching our dreams. There's enough to go around. What you are doing is creating your own reality. You're creating it by creating the life that you want to live. When you focus on everything that you have and all the things you wish to see, and you stay in that alignment, you're going to start seeing all of that happen. So pay attention to when you are in the vortex and when you're not. And make sure that you get right back there if you've gotten out of it. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I so appreciate all of you. It's amazing, all of the people that I get to meet. And I'm so blessed and honored to be able to talk to all of you and get to know you, because I know many of you have worked with me and you've had sessions with me and you said you found me through the podcast. Many of you, we connect through the different groups on Facebook, and you guys are amazing. And I just want to thank you, and if you know anyone who could use this podcast, please share it with others. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please join me every Tuesday at 7 Central for my Facebook Lives for free readings. If you haven't already, go to my website and sign up. Subscribe to my website and you will receive a free morning and evening meditation. And if you like those meditations, I have longer meditations available for purchase on my website. I have a chakra cleansing meditation. I just added a cord cutting meditation if you're having trouble letting go of things or situations from your past. That is a great meditation to do. It's also just a great meditation for disconnecting from energetic cords, which we all have to do from time to time. So go check that out. There's a lot of things that I offer if you want to check out my website. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.